Hello, this is Bob Gray Sr. Welcome to Ministry Moments. Lord willing, every Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll spend some time together and very practical, just point one, point two, point three, and just practical points to be able to help you. Ministry Moments, it's not a sermon. We're not preaching time. You can go on the YouTube and get a lot of the sermons from Soul Winning Clinic and my sermons and so on. And you want to get the goods on me, that's the place to go. That help you with your podcast. But anyway, today I want to talk to Ministry Moments YouTube, Bob Gray Sr. Please subscribe. And let me get this microphone back over here because I've made mistakes several times not having that thing close by. But so every Friday, Lord willing, we'll meet together. Very practical, very helpful, not just for preachers, it's for leaders and every aspect of the local church. I think I'll cover something about your area sooner or later, probably later. But I want to talk to you about, listen to this now, lead and push. Lead and push. To lead and push at the same time is critical to making progress. Pressure is not a bad thing. Um, Blood pressure. I never have understood this. Maybe you can help me. Write me, will you? But you go to the doctor. The first thing they do is check your blood pressure. And you never hear a pastor say, I just don't want to know because it may influence my opinion of you as a patient. No, that's part of being a patient. And some pastors, I don't want to know about giving. I don't want to know about giving. It may influence my opinion of you. Well, it should influence your opinion. And if they're God robbers, how can you help them with their finances if they're not doing that? So you ought to know about their. Somebody comes in, the money's the subject, counseling session. Well, then I check with the financial people and find out if they're tithing or not. I want to know. Very, very important. Pressure's not bad. Water pressure, blood pressure. They just, my house here, they just steam water pressure, some type of steam cleaning. It makes it look like I painted the house, is what makes it look like. But anyway, pressure is not bad. Pressure is good. All right, so lead and push. Lead and push is the thought today. Number one, lead more than you push. A leader just makes sense, ought to be out in front, shouldn't he? So lead more than you push. Whatever area you're involved in, you're trying to get it going and you want God to bless, then I suggest you lead more than you push in every area. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Example gives credibility to exhortation. If you win souls, that example speaks more of what's going on than you scream it at them, hit them over the head with it. I've found that by me walking down the aisle of converts every week, it helped our soul winning. We averaged 629 a week at our height on soul winning. I ought to put that picture. I will one of these Fridays, put that picture up of Thursday Night Crowd. We would take a picture once a year and give it to our folks and say, please put your New Testament and pray that God will keep his hand on us on winning souls, because you can lose it just like that. So lead and push. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Say again, you get what you are, not what you want. You may want soul winning, but if you don't do soul winning, what you want has nothing to do. You just get what you are. Here's a little short. My wife was short thing. And can you imagine dark hair, dark eyes, 5'2", married to a man who's 5'9", dark hair, dark eyes, and said, "Oh God, give us a 6'5", blue-eyed blonde boy." It ain't going to happen. You're going to get what you are. Like begets like. It's a Bible principle. And so I said, number one, we're talking about lead and push. Lead and push. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Brother Hiles had the credibility, so he could exhort. When pastor school came around, he wasn't looking for a meeting. He was looking to help us go back home and do something. my soul winning clinic, I wasn't looking for a meeting. I was looking to be able to help these churches and pastors and leaders to win souls and baptize greater numbers. So lead and push. That's the philosophy we're talking about. Lead and push. Number one, lead more than you push in every area. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. If you want to have an influence with your words, then you need to have an influence with your works. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Okay. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Never allow the push to equal the lead. I remember a leader that jumps 10 feet will have people that jump 5. As a leader, if you jump 5, they'll jump 2.5. So you need to understand you've got to be in the lead, and you've got to never allow the push to equal the lead. Don't be like the average church member you have. Be far above the average church member. Don't be like the average leader you have on your staff. Be far above. Brother Howes had a sermon one time he preached, and it was a tremendous sermon. Colorado Springs, I remember I preached first, and I was sitting on a platform, and the sermon was, do not let the follower, when the follower passes up the leader. When the follower passes up the leader. And I remember that wireless mic going around and poking me in the chest, said, no graduate from my college is going to baptize me. And but never allow the push to equal the lead. You always have the lead. Don't let it, don't your own personally as a leader. Don't drop back to the level of those that are following you. You keep that extra. Make sure it's in your schedule. Make sure you work harder as a leader than the follower. Show up before everybody else does and stay longer than everybody does and work harder. I said we're talking about lead and push. Lead and push. Number one, lead more than you push in every area. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Like begets like. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. You jump 10 feet, they'll jump 5. Number 5, tap onto the God-given desire to succeed. That in every dear child of God's heart, they want to please the Lord. A wife wants to please her husband. Husband may be a bum, but they always go back, don't they? Why are you going back to that guy? Because there's something about the love of a wife has for her husband. The children may have parents who are just bad as can be, but they have a natural love for their parents, good or bad. So you as a leader, then you want to tap on the God-given desire to succeed. Help them to see that with God, the impossible becomes possible. You have to do it. And it has to be from your ministry, your life, it happening. And when it happens in your life, that gets the juices going. And the people that are struggling in whatever area of life it is, there's something about you and the ministry that's succeeding that gives hope to them in their marriage, in their child rearing, in their bus route, whatever it might be. Well, this is very, very important. I said, number one, we're talking about lead and push. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Do not settle back to the level of those who are following you. Keep the lead. Jump 10 feet, they'll jump 5. You jump 5, they'll jump 2.5. It's going to be regressive and not progressive. All right, number 5, tap the God-given desire to succeed. Give them hope. By you succeeding, by you pressing on to higher ground, it gives them hope in different areas of life of the members. Number 6, do not disassociate yourself from doing what you want done collectively. Listen to this carefully now. Do not disassociate yourself from doing what you want done collectively. Pastor, get mad at yourself if there were no baptisms last Sunday. Don't get mad at your people. Get mad at yourself, pressure yourself, produce yourself. I remember. I'm gonna get a drink. All right. Coke Zero. I wonder if I can get a commercial out of this. July 4th. I always looked at year-to-year stats, not week to week. And I remember the year before. What a lousy weekend of production. What a lousy weekend. Oh my goodness. I was so upset. Buses down, Sunday school down, baptism down, everything down. And I said, not going to happen this year. And boy, I put the pressure on myself, and I put the pressure on every ministry. Okay, it's a holiday weekend. Let's have a great firecracker of a weekend. Oh, and we did. Man, it was tremendous. And then so every year, then I would take Christmas. Everybody says, well, we went home to see mom and daddy at Christmas time, and when you talk to pastors around the country, nobody's attendance was up. Well, where were these people going? I recall the first Christmas at First Baptist Church in Hammond that we were there as students. My wife was Dr. Evans' secretary, and it was a holiday weekend. And my wife said to me, are we going to go to Arkansas and see mom and daddy? And I said, no, not going to. And she said, well, honey, it's a holiday season and everybody's going home. I said, well, everybody may, but we're not. And she said, why? Can you tell me why? I said, absolutely, I can. I want to see how Brother Hiles handles this because I'm going to be pastoring one day and the holiday weekend's going to hit and I want to know how to handle it. Do I get mad? what do I do? And so we went to church that Christmas Day, Sunday, and here all the students come in their cars, packed down, ready to go, but they're cutting out as soon as church is over with. But we stayed, and I learned so much. Brother Hiles was at his best. Brother Hiles was just wonderful. Man, it was the kind of sermon he took you to the heavens. And it was kind of, he used to say this, look, let's just go for a ride. There's no purpose in this night other than let's just take a look at our mansion. Let's just take a look at heaven. Let's just go for a joy ride, a spiritual joy ride. And we did. And it was marvelous. And I learned so much by watching how he handled it. He didn't get mad at the people who did show up like some pastors do. Oh, these empty pews. He didn't do that. Now, he had empty pews. I mean, he did. I saw them. They were empty. The Wood family showed up that day. Now, we're talking about lead and push. So at the same time, lead and push at the same time. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. You've got to push. You've got credibility to do it. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. So take it. Put it on you. Put the burden on you on a holiday weekend to have a convert down now. If you've got a convert ready to walk down now, you can preach, buddy. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Win souls, get them lined up. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Here, don't drop back down to the level of the followers that are following you. Don't do that. You keep that 10-foot jump because they're going to jump half of that. Number five, tap on the God-given desire to succeed. When they see the example of success of folks saved, and I'm going to tell you that's the heart to it. Man, getting people saved and people baptized, that gets the juices going. I used to, first early days when I traveled in 1981, some people would ask me to come preach. And I remember preaching for a lot of older Tennessee Temple grads. And I remember one pastor, I said, tell me about your strengths and your weaknesses and where I can help you. And he said, Brother Gray, we give $100,000 a year to missions. And he was running 50. And I said, my goodness, how do you do that? You don't have the crowd to be able to say it. He said, and here's what he said to me. He said, Brother Gray, nobody wants anybody to go to hell. So I used that to say, look, we got to win the world. And our people respond. I said, that's it. And I remember Truman Dollar teaching in one of his seminars that I went to hear me. You get what you emphasized. I remember that statement. And I said, that's it. So I put the pressure on Wednesday night for soul winning on Thursday. Stand up in this second, stand up and say, I need your help. We've got to win because nobody wants anybody to go to hell that's saved. And I used that to put pressure on, and I pushed so that we could keep our soul, and it worked. It worked. Give me your baptismal numbers and I'll tell you whether you're succeeding or not. That's really the only number that really amounts to anything eternally. It tells you how many people are getting saved. It tells you how many you got for Sunday school. But those baptisms, you cannot grow a church by transfers. There are only so many transfers in that city. And just as quick as they transfer in, they'll transfer out. Talk about lead and push. Talk about doing it at the same time. Have a lead and push philosophy about ministry. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Like begets like. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Don't drop back, Pastor, to the level of your staff. Don't drop back to the level of the followers. Don't do that. You keep the lead. Number five, tap on the God-given desire to succeed. Whet their appetites for success. And that'll help them, encourage them in every area of their life. Number six, do not disassociate yourself from doing what you want done collectively. I want a slow-winning church. I had 7 assistant pastors, but 8 of us would meet in the conference room before we went out. And I would start with Dr. Zen, how many you got for the water this morning? And I got one. Next one, no. I got one, so on and so forth. Sunday night, I remember coming back and I said, Dr. Zen, how many you got for the water tonight? He said, I had one this morning. I said, that's history, Dr. Zen. That's history. But it was amazing. People that didn't hit on Sunday morning hit on Sunday night because of the emphasis of winning souls, get people down the aisle. I would start out by encouraging people to show up for the soul winning meetings. I would then say, how many people did you have saved last week? Then I would increase the pressure. Did you have a baptism last week? Do you have somebody for the water this week? Dr. Roberts used to laugh at me. Dan Siebel, a dear friend at Highland Park, he said, Dr. Roberts came back the first time he preached for you, Brother Gray. He come back, he said, I just met Bob Gray. He said, Jack Rabbit in New York City. In the water. How many got for the water? How many in the water? Most unorthodox man I've ever, but Dan Siebel said it was wonderful. He said the people just laughed because, yeah, Dr. Roberts, you'd have to understand, when he baptized, he even dipped the head like this. And his success in baptism was no ripples like that. And that's how we do it. But lead and push. Talk about leading and pushing at the same. Pressure is good, not bad. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. You can holler so much, it don't mean anything anymore. When we lived in Richland, Michigan, across the street, there was a mother, she was a screamer. And she had a boy named Glenn, and my son Bob and him were pals. And they would, not thinking, they would cross that road and wasn't a thoroughfare, but still people drove down and drove a little fast sometimes. And boy, many a time we had to spank Bobby. You cannot go crossing. Okay, I know you want to play with Glenn, but you can't do that. And but she was a screamer. And lo and behold, if she didn't scream at him one day, he didn't pay attention because she screamed all the time, and he got hit by a truck across the road. Sad, sad, sad. And I'm just saying to you, you can scream at them, you can holler and stomp, and I'm for leather lung preaching, you know that. But the only credibility you got is, are you producing? Lead and push. That's the topic. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Don't drop down to the level of your follower. Number five, tap on the God-given desire to succeed. By you succeeding, it's almost like osmosis. It becomes a part, it's a big word on it, but a part of their life. And it gets them to desiring success in whatever area they're struggling. Number six, do not disassociate yourself from doing what you want done collectively. I want everybody to win souls, thus I must win souls. I want everybody to have baptism lined up, thus I must have. But you see what I'm saying? What I wanted collectively, I put the pressure on myself. And by the way, if you're the only one that got somebody down the aisle on Christmas Day or New Year's Day when everybody else is home watching football, you're going to go home with a smile on your face. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Number 7, leading without pushing is not productive. Yeah, I know, boy. And PTSD. Not Coke. Poor babies. That preacher's so hard on us teenagers, so hard on us. That, oh, get off that stuff. You're just wimps. All you are. Not all the babies are in the nursery. We just don't have Pampers big enough for you. It's crazy. And it's killed. It's killed us. It's killed the soul winning. It's killed us. It's killed growth, personal growth, and collective growth. It's killed us. It's hurt us. So now we've got a bunch of folks that, well, what do the young men want? With the old men, they were too hard. Had great churches and great Christians too, by the way, back then. So leading without pushing is not productive. Number 8, gotta hurry. Know when to let up so they can catch up. Know when to let up so they can catch up. Know when to let up so they can catch up. You can't keep the pedal to the metal all the time. That's why you have a spring push and a fall push. You can't have a push. I know every Sunday is a big Sunday. Every Sunday, this is the most important Sunday to hold. And I agree with that. But there's a way to be able, you don't want to put the pedal to the metal all the time. I don't believe in burnout. I think he just backslid out by the burnout. But I remember one summer when Brother Hiles, summertime, and he preached on love the whole summer. It was, in fact, it may be in a cassette album, some album somewhere. Oh, it was tremendous preaching. Oh, we wept. We fell more in love with the Lord, and so I still had baptisms every Sunday, but the pressure of a spring campaign or a big day in the spring or fall was not there. But you know when to let up so they can catch up. Now I'm gonna get criticized for this. That's okay. I've been criticized by better. I did not give an invitation on Wednesday night. I didn't. Um, and I felt like I wanted them to come Wednesday night and go, oh, this is wonderful. Teach me the Bible. Just teach me the Bible. And oh, did it ever. God blessed it. God blessed it. From that Wednesday night crowd, normally you should be able to get 75% of the Wednesday night crowd to show up Thursday night. And oh, it was wonderful. So you've got to know when to let up so they can catch up. Personal illustration. I'm at Hiles Anderson. It's my first week. I went to my 8 o'clock class, then had chapel at 11, but then I had a class after that, and I would come home quickly, change, and go to Wisconsin Steel where I would work. And so no, I was working at the Eagle Food Store. That's what it was. Anyway, I came home. Great morning, great teaching and classes. Chapel was superb. Took us it was wonderful. And I walked in that door and I was grinning from ear to ear. My wife was doing the dishes and I was so excited. I said, it's just unbelievable. And my wife had her hand in Sud's dishes. She went like that. She said, well, I'm glad somebody's having a good time. And I said, whoa, this has got to stop. I got a babysitter. I brought her to chapel and she hung around during the lunchtime for I had the next class, and then we'd drive back home together. And then that's where she met Mrs. Evans and the ladies there, and she offered to help during that hour. And so that's how Mrs. Evans loved my wife. And so she told Dr. Evans, they're looking for a secretary for Dr. Evans. She said, I think we've got the gal for you. She's here volunteering and so on and so forth. And then I remember a month later, Brother Hiles called for her to come by the office. And I thought, what have you done? We just got here. What have you done? And so I'm not in the hallway going, oh, Lord, he's going to kick us out. We've done something dumb, something stupid. And so here she stood at the door. Brother Hiles opened the door. Leanne, this is great. Yes, good to meet you. Has anybody talked to you about working as a secretary at Hiles Anderson College? She said, no, nobody said. Nobody says, good. Why don't you come back and see me next Sunday night? So I went home and thought, what was that all about? Yeah, we got ourselves in trouble. We sure did. The next thing I know, she's been interviewed by Brother Hiles and Dr. Evans to be his secretary. And all because I said, whoa, I can't leave my wife saying, oh, I'm glad somebody's having fun. We're talking about lead and push. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Stay in the lead. Don't drop back to where the level the followers are. Number five, tap on the God-given desire to succeed. When you succeed, it gives them encouragement to succeed in areas of their life that are faltering. Number six, do not disassociate yourself from doing what you want done collectively. I wanted our people to win souls, so I win souls. I wanted our people to get people converts down out, so I did that. I wanted bus routes to see, so I worked some of those bus routes and put bus riders on there. Okay. Next, number seven, leading without pushing is not productive. Number eight, know when to let up so you can catch, so they can catch up. Number nine, push without a lead creates division. A push without the lead will create division. You don't want this division. You don't want it. But there's a division that can happen among followers. Push without a lead creates division. It becomes what I call the Apollos syndrome or the Paul syndrome. They become followers of Apollos and Paul rather than of Christ in the production area. Number 10, motivation by exposure is productive. Lead and push. Motivation by exposure is productive. If you went to Bobby Robertson's church when we had meetings there, he would have up on the wall all the bus routes and the attendance from the previous week. That's motivation by exposure. The bus kept saying, but I don't want that to be up there again next week. So motivation by exposure, that's good. That's not bad. Number 11, the future success depends on the lead always being greater than the push. The future success depends on the lead always being greater than the push, the consistency of leading that's greater than the push. Okay. The future success depends on that because you are now building a momentum. Number 12, a delegated authority that pushes without leading destroys confidence in the leadership. Delegation, a delegated, I should say, delegated authority that pushes without leading destroys confidence in the leadership. Oh, I hope you'll get this. I know this is a bit much, but we've gone a little extra, but it gets you to thinking. Delegated authority that pushes without leading destroys confidence in the leadership. Number 13, to lead without the push will lose ground. To lead without the push will lose ground. Rather than going to higher ground, you're going to lower ground. And so each year it gets less and less and less. And you can't turn it around overnight, but you're going to have to get the lead back so you can get the push back. If you get the lead back, you can get the push back. Get the lead back, get the push back. If you don't, then it goes back. It's regressive, not progressive. Number 14, do not let outsiders dictate how fast you lead or how much to push. I say it again. Do not let outsiders, you have friends, you have pastor friends, you have friends around the country and so on. You go to these conferences, you meet people and so on. And you get on Facebook, you get on social media. Do not let outsiders dictate how fast you lead or how much to push. Don't do that. I went to pastor school in 1981, March. Another drink. I wonder if I could make money off this. 1981, 40 drive-in, 50 on the bus, Faith Baptist Church, Bourbonnais, Illinois. Great people, just great people. So I took layman to pastor school in March of 1981. One of the staff members started pushing at the end of the week. Okay, this ministry, how am I going to start this ministry? I'm going to start this ministry, start this. And I'm sitting there and I didn't stand. Well, my men looked at me like, well, what's the deal? We get in the van to drive back and they said, Brother Gray, you're all talking, you're kind of curious. You didn't stand for any one of those ministries. And I said to them, we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet. When we're ready, then we'll start it. But I'm not going to let the First Baptist Church or some assistant pastor pressure me into starting something that will die. If I'm going to start it, it's going to be there for the rest of our lives. No, no. Do you understand what I'm saying? The staff member was doing his job at First Baptist. He was doing his job. I did make a decision then, and I'd never take another layman to pastor school. Oh boy, God forgive me. I'd never do it. I'd never do it. I took staff because then we would discuss timing. We discussed, do we have the foundation for it before we'd even start anything? But I wanted them to see where we were going to go, but also have enough sense to realize we're not ready yet. That's it. Lead and push. I'm going to review very quickly for you slow learners out there, you Kentucky people. Number one, lead more than you push. Number two, example gives credibility to exhortation. That's a punch behind what you're doing. Brother House had a punch behind it, what he was leading us to do. Number three, you get what you are, not what you want. Number four, never allow the push to equal the lead. Don't draw back to be on the same level as the followers. Next, tap on the God-given desire to succeed by you succeeding. Number six, do not disassociate yourself from doing what you want done collectively. If I want a soul winning church, I need to be a soul winning pastor. If I want baptism every week, I better produce it myself. Put the pressure on myself. Number seven, leading without pushing is not productive. Number eight, know when to let up so they can catch up. Number nine, push without a lead creates division. Number 10, motivation by exposure is productive. Reports exposing the numbers. 11, the future success depends on the lead always being greater than the push. We're talking about future now. We lead, push, lead, push, lead, push. You follow me? The future success depends on the lead always being greater than the push. Number 12, delegated authority that pushes without leading, please listen to this, destroys confidence in the leadership. You don't want that to happen. You lead, push, lead, push. You got it? Delegated authority. When you delegate authority, if you are authority that's been delegated by the pastor to do something, delegated authority that pushes without leading destroys confidence in the leadership. Number 13, to lead without the push will lose the crowd. Lose the crowd, lose the ground. The crowd, where did that come from? I don't know. In the back of my head. Number 13, to lead without the push will lose ground. To lead without the push, lead, push, lead, push. But if there is no lead, then the push gets less emphasized. And the next thing you know, the lead backs up and the push backs up. Number 14, do not let outsiders dictate how fast you lead or how much to push. Don't do that. We act like we're opposed to denominationalism or independent Baptists, but then we don't react that way. Peer pressure is a real thing. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Applaud. The guy across town is doing more. Applaud him. God bless you, man. Keep it up. Applaud him. I think many great conferences really could, if you'll just win the local pastors over. I know it's not easy. I know that, but work at it. If you win the local pastors over here at Emmanuel Baptist Church, at our preachers' night, we had 86 pastors here last year in October, and you ought to come October 5 through 8 next year. Man, it was great. But we had a lot of local pastors that came. You win them over, then you can expand like that. I hope this helps you. We're talking about lead and push. Leading and pushing at the same time. Leading and pushing at the same time. God bless you. I know I'm long-winded today for some reason, but I think there's some tremendous truth here that'll help you. Go over it over and over again, and it'll be a blessing to you. God bless you. Soul winning tomorrow. Be with us next Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern time.